Hey, I'm Weekend Gabe, and you're checking out Weekend at Gabe's, and thanks for checking out this latest episode. While you're here, also follow us on these social medias at Weekend Gabe, at Weekend at Gabe's, and also at The Real Sam Crane. Thanks for checking us out.
All right, let's do a quick reset. You're checking out Weekend at Gabe's. I'm Weekend Gabe, the real Sam Cranes to my right, holding you down. Give us a follow on these social medias at Weekend Gabe, at Weekend at Gabe's, and also at the real Sam Crane. Today is Thursday, September 2nd, which means that it is Thursday Thunnies.
We really need a better name.
We are searching for a better name, but our next guest has a fantastic name, hailing from the South suburban set of Chicago. Baby Horchata, Ruben Ramirez joining us here on Weekend at Gabe. Good evening, sir.
Suburbs, baby.
Rep it, hold it down. You know, like someone has to.
815, baby.
It's all good, you know. Like I love it. You know, like, listen, we got people from not right outside the Chicagoland area. They hold it down. Rockford, we had a Rockford MC come in. He was really, dedicated about holding down Rockford, and we're like, do that. Someone needs to do that.
Pretty much Wisconsin, but yeah.
Well, good evening. Thank you for taking time to join us for Thursday Thunnies. We're always looking for a fantastic guest to have a laugh with. Also, thank you so much for giving us the assist on Rob Mayfield a couple weeks
Amazing
ago.
person.
Fantastic.
I love Robin. Love Rob, man. He's a beast. He's a nice guy, but he is definitely one of the hardest working comedians out there. Shout out to him. So as soon as you said, do you have any recommendations? Boom, him. And I mentioned Cece, I think too. Cece Gonzalez.
Yeah.
She's a great comedian. She's going crazy right now, getting hosting jobs at Zanies and all these big comedy clubs. So shout out to her too. So, but thank you for having me, man. It's a blessing.
Appreciate you so much. I want to first start with the being that I've done some improv in front of like 20 people.
Oh,
yeah.
And that was nerve wracking. But what is it like sort of coming onto stage or walking down the stage or coming around the curtain and then like just seeing like a bunch of faces and trying to sort of grapple with that? What is that moment like, or what is that experience like, or nerve that you get any?
So anything in life, first impressions are everything. Everything. So I always make sure that my song is jumping. I always dance to the song. I don't go out there and just walk up, grab mic. All right, what's up, y'all? No, I put some Mexican music on. I dance around. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm interacting. Like if I see a female and like I'm doing the, you know what I'm saying? Like act interacting. You got to get your crowd. So that is number one thing. So as soon as you do that, people are vibing. They're laughing. They're clapping. There's a lot of songs, Mexican songs that everybody just starts clapping and beat. That's getting them interactive, so they know that I'm bringing energy. Like I'm not going,
Right.
hey guys, how you guys doing? No, I'm gonna be going around like, hey, you look ugly or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna interact with everybody. Nobody's safe, especially if you're in the front. Oh, wait. But yeah, no. So it's obviously, yeah, we still get nervous regardless, because we obviously want people to laugh. But at the end of the day, man, being a comedian is one of the hardest jobs. To be even able to make one person laugh and somebody to even tell me that, hey, you're funny, like that's in and in itself, because it's gonna be the one of the biggest opening critics. Oh, he's not funny. Not knowing that it's difficult to analyze a crowd that you haven't been to yet, nor do you know what their interests are. So, you know what I'm saying? So me dancing can tell me, all right, this crowd is energetic. I'm able to grab them. Okay,
right.
they didn't like that music. Fine. All right, I got to talk shit to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be so many different avenues that you're analyzing at one point. And that's what my other crafts has helped me analyze before I stepped into comedy. Being a director and actor, I've always had to analyze multiple things sometimes. So, but yeah, man, I love it. Wouldn't trade for the world.
We talked a little bit with Rob last week, or whenever we had him on the show. I think 2 weeks ago. That he was talking about he gotta come with specific sets. If you're on the south side, you gotta come with something. If you're on the north side, you gotta come with something different. How do you balance that? Is it what are your go-to techniques? I mean, you talked about the music.
Let's be real. Let's be honest. Let's keep it 100 right now. So I'm gonna be honest with you. So me, I'm Latino, right? I have it very easy with the white crowds, um, very easy with Latino crowds. Black people crowds are the hardest. because they will tell you that you're trash like this just because you're just not one of them. So I'm like, man, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I don't mean to cuss. My bad. I don't know.
No, you
You're
good.
good.
Don't worry.
You're good.
It's not for kids. I got to click the
Okay,
box
cool.
on YouTube every time.
So I just started thinking about it. I'm like, oh my god, their logos with a sun with a smile. There has to be some type of PG, but no, man. And so having to do that, I always research where's the bar at or comedy club at. If it's in, what I'm saying, if we're in North Side, okay, cool. I'm gonna make my materials about single moms. If I'm on the South Side, I'm gonna make it my roots when I was in the hood, like what I'm saying, because everything is about relation. I can't go to the North Side and tell them how it was when I was moving peas when I was broke, because they'd be like, moving a pea, what is that, But if I go to the hood moving a pea, they're gonna be like, "Oh man, we move ounces." What I'm saying? They can relate now. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely have to know your crowd immediately. You have to have a set specifically made for those crowds. And obviously, me being Mexican, it's easy for me to talk about life with other Latinos because they can relate. I could talk about vapor rub. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shout out Vapor Rub, man.
Shout out Vapor Rub. You can talk about, getting the chancla. You can always talk about, you know what I'm saying? Just roots, just, that happen because they're going to be like, oh, but he's so right. So in that sense, if you are bombing, I always say, figure something out that you know that they can relate to. They're in the North Side, talk shit about the Cubs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Interaction. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So you gotta somehow grab their attention, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I have my manager. Shout out to my manager Daryl. He's helped me develop in black crowds because in the beginning I was bombing with black crowds because I didn't know how to relate in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he was telling me, "Hey, bro, do this, do this, do this." And he's seen me bomb like me, like, okay, guys, like he's seen me. I'm surprised he still, you know what I'm saying, he didn't let me go, but he helped me develop that, and ever since then, man, I've just been rocking every single crowd. Like, I learned that they like getting attacked a little bit, they like getting roasted, like, you know what I'm saying. So after that built my cred up, you know what I'm saying. So now I'm able to do all types of crowds wherever I'm at, and it's that but you definitely, Rob, hit it on the thing. You have to know your crowd and have to have a specific set for it, or it won't work.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that out, but roasting. I was going to save this for later, but I think it's a great segue. But like, how careful do you have to be about?
Right, because that terrifies me too. Like that's a good question. Like, you go at the audience, and then stuff comes back, and then you might not be ready for that.
Don't do it right now because I'm kind of like tired, but I'm quick-witted on stage. So if I hear somebody like if they're talking, if they're doing, I'm good at attacking hecklers. So you already have, when someone's heckling, everyone knows that the biggest disrespect. So my disrespect meter can be very high, and I don't care because they're disrespecting me. So I can be like, "Hey, mommy, y'all can talk about your dry ass wigs later." Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, one time there was a guy with dreads. I was like, "Hey, Chief Keef, can you relax over there? I know y'all want to talk about what's a move at the," you know what I'm saying? So like, people love it. They're like, "Oh my god, he do like Chief Keef." Like, but when it's just me, you know what I'm saying, doing crowd work, you can't go too crazy. Like, "Hey, how often do you cheat on her?" Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't. You gotta segue into stuff, and that beginning will definitely let you know where you're at with the crowd. Like I was telling you, if the crowd is clapping, they're there to be entertained. When you're entertained, your mindset is set to, I'm having a good time, and I'm here to have a good time. These people are entertainers, and they don't mean it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, but in a sense, like, so when someone's heckling, I'll do a little rose. You know what I'm saying? But like I can disrespect them however I want in that sense. To me, I'm like, okay, cool. You want to be rude? I'm gonna be rude back. I'm not rude to when I do crowd work. You know what I'm saying? If I just want to roast somebody in the front real quick, no, it is not. It's not like, oh, your mama died. Like, ha ha ha. Like, I don't. You gotta talk about some small insecurities. Like, man, your dimples look weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that.
Oh my god. Well, what was the moment that we talked to Rob about this? Like, what was, because he mentioned like it was in the Navy when he sort of found his niche. When did you find out they're like, yo, this is something I could be good at if I worked at, like either working crowds or writing jokes or doing small videos? Well, what was the moment for you?
Man, so I mean, my dad in the family, he's a comedian in the family. He's always, whenever we're at parties, everyone's around him because he's roasting everybody. He's telling funny stories, and so like I was like, man, I'm gonna say that's cool. My dad, like I like being the center of attention, so I think I got that from him. And so me, I was always a kind of a performance, and I began my first thing I ever did when I stepped into anything entertainment was I was like on the stage with my friends while they're rapping. I was their hype man. There was
Yeah.
things that I did that always got a reaction out of people. There was one time I busted the worm out. Everybody loved it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was, stuff like that. So I always I always had this high for reactions. So I was like, okay, cool, cool. We're starting to do this. And right before I make the move from over by Peoria to over here, my friend got me on this one UAW show. The average age of the person there was like 60, and they couldn't relate to me. So I wasn't hitting like I thought I was. Only my friends were laughing, and they were very conservative. You know what I'm saying? So being that, it's like, I don't try to bring politics into anything as much as possible, but obviously sometimes it comes out. And me being in a very very conservative area, I said some things that we would say over here with no issue. And they're like, and I was like, okay. And then the next comedian was straight out of Chicago, and they did not like him because they were making fun of Trump at the time. So that got people riled up, and I was like, man, do people get really this offended? But you know what's crazy? I have a harder time. So you know how, in a sense, so at that point, I was like, okay, cool. The reactions are cool, whatever. I want to pursue this. September 13th of 2019 was my second year anniversary. So it will be in a couple of days, in 11 days. That'll be my second year anniversary. So there, my friend Maurice from B-Side Studios, he was, hey man, you did comedy before, and I was like, yeah, I did comedy, even though like I only did that one show, and I was like, okay, let me try Chicago, see if people like me up here, and I was right before the headliner, so I was like kind of pressured in a sense, and he
Yeah.
was like, hey, do 15 minutes. I'm like,
15 minutes.
yeah, I was like,
It's a
I did
long time.
five at that, I did five at that senior citizen home. uh, And so I was just, all right, cool. And what's crazy is as soon as I came out, I'll send you the link. You'll see I came out with a huge Mexican dance. Everybody was vibing, everybody clapping. I was like, okay, cool, I'm in. And then I forgot all my material, so I freestyled. Nobody knows that. I ended up freestyling on top of my head. I just started saying the things that were hitting, that people were liking, and it just worked out. And I ended up doing, I think, 13, 14, and he gave me the light because he needed the other person to go. So it was perfect. And so ever since that day, man, it's hard to have a specific set, and because things can go bounce left or right, you're gonna keep feeding people crack if they love crack. They're not gonna go to here's some. All right, we're gonna go this way. No, we're gonna keep getting to what they like. You know what I'm saying? And so at
Right.
that point, September 13th, 606 Mania 1. That's when I knew I think I could do something with it, and I just headlined 606 Mania 2. So shout out to B Side for giving me the opportunity for bringing me back, and then obviously I've grown. I mean, I did 20 minutes, and it was cake. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's when I knew, though, for sure.
And recently you made your debut at the Laugh Factory. Was that this past month? I think August. The
Yeah, it
beginning
was
of August.
August. Yep.
Right. Was that? I mean, I know you say you don't really get nervous because you get into that mind state, but was that a moment where you were like, okay, this stage is big. This is for real now. Like,
Yeah. So, and it was crazy because that whole month was filled with preparing for something bigger. So my manager got me on the Michael Collier morning show, Chicago comedian legend, straight legend, and I was nervous. I was on the phone with him talking with this guy, and I was like, yeah, yeah, tomorrow at what time? Okay, 7:30. Like that got me. I was like, and because his platform is huge, like I ended up getting 75 followers from all over the world, and it was crazy the reactions I got afterwards, and okay, that prepares me for something bigger. I ended up winning a comedy game show. You know what I'm saying? I went in there. I was about to not show up because I hit a speed bump. My muffler was dragging, and
Oh,
so I
wow.
was already like, "What the?" And it's funny because I could hear people on the street, "Hey, bro, your muffler fucked up," and I was like, I was trying to tweak the volume a little louder so I didn't hear it at all. But I'm like, part, and I looked under, and it's just like it limped. That's why I was like, I'm about to text him. I gotta go home. I gotta make sure I can make it home. And I was like, man, I'm already out here. I might as well do it. And so I did it, but I was mad. I wasn't in the horchata mood. I wasn't trying to talk to nobody. Like normally, I'm big on networking. So any show that I do, I introduce myself. Hey, even if they like me or not. Hey, my name's Horchata. Boom, boom, boom. You know, This is my Instagram. Let's lock in. Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? But at that, no, I showed up. I'm like, I'm here, guys. Boom, boom, let me get a drink. So I was just chilling in the green room. I was like, yeah, like, and they're like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, good, bro. You know, and like, I didn't tell nobody. So when this time to perform, I was all right. You know, I'm good at putting a face on because I'm an actor too. So I was like, all right, forget about your issues. Boom. All right, did it. Boom, boom, boom. And I ended up winning that competition. I'm invited to the finalists to the other ones. So that prepared me for something bigger. That even though I have this huge block in my head, I can figure out how to move it for say it for specific moments like that. And then I got hit with Laugh Factory. I got hit with the headlining with 606. Shout out to Maurice again, and that was my first headline event.
Right.
So August was a bunch of W's, and then I hit with a Laugh Factory, and that's
Other than the muffler. Other than the
other than
muffler.
the muffler. But you know what? Actually, the muffler was a blessing in disguise because it made me just fix a shitload of things in my car. Now I have no savings account, but my car's running. And no, it's funny. My accountant was like, "You taking all your Bitcoin out?" I'm like, "Dude, this is
This is what we're doing.
I need it." And but anyways, yeah, man. But the Laugh Factory was crazier because one of my best friends from Peoria came to see me, and we've always shared Laugh Factory bits like through Instagram. Hey, this guy's funny. Check this out. Check this out. And we've always saw Laugh Factory things. So one day when I was, I was still doing comedy and whatnot. About a year ago, he was like, "Man, imagine you were on Laugh Factory." I was like, "That'd be crazy, huh?" He was like, "Man, or Chata from Laugh Factory. That'd be crazy." And so he came to see me, and that was just a surreal moment because me and him talked about it. And he was like, "Bro," and I brought him on stage, and he was like, you know what I'm saying? So that's cool things too. Is doing that things for your friends so they can feel like, oh my god, like they saw the big laugh factor right behind. And he was just in awe of the backdrop, and seeing him smile like that too was very, because me and him been through hell and back together, and so for him to see this and just everything coming into fruition was huge. So Laugh Factory was just not because I performed, because it had some bigger meaning, because me and my best friend, when we were going through our depressed times, we would share Laugh Factory videos, and now it's 360. He's doing amazing. I'm doing amazing, and we came together. And we brought it into the universe, man. So,
Oh yeah.
That's amazing. We got a couple minutes left with you, but if we go over time, I hope you can stay with us. So Baby Horchata, where did you get the name from? What is
that's
that
the
stuff?
number one question I always get to. That's hilarious. So since day one, like my dad said, I always loved horchata. Since I think he fed me horchata at 6 months type thing. When I
Hey, who doesn't? Who doesn't?
yeah,
Chocolate
exactly.
crack.
Thank you. And I had it
Speaking of
since day
crack,
one.
horchata is like the crack of Mexican food. It's
I
like it's
swear to
delicious.
God.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, give me some Mexican crack, because that's uh
It puts you right to sleep too.
right. No, man, I love horchata, man. And so it's something that every ethnicity loves. So when I say horchata, they're like, "Oh my god, I love that!" Like, so it not only brings them in, they're like, it's something relatable in a sense, because everybody knows. It don't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, Chinese. You say horchata, they're like, "Bro, that shit smacks!" Like, and baby, it was just because I like the little baby, the baby. So the baby entertainers' names are big when I created it. So I was like, I'm gonna just throw baby in there, and now baby horchata. A lot of women are my main viewers and whatnot, so they like saying baby horchata. They like saying hola papi baby. You know what I'm saying? They like saying all that shit. Oh, that's cute. Da da da. And so I was like, all right, cool, baby horchata. So a lot of guys just call me horchata, and then the women they call me baby horchata. So regardless, it's made its own entity. It's its own lane. And I sell merch easy because it not only just because it support me, but the logo's nice. And it just dwells well with me. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah.
Very cool. What is the next? What do you got coming up for the rest of the year? Where can people go check you and find you out?
So, I mean, if you're gonna follow me, definitely Instagram. That's where I post the most. That's where I keep everything. I post like I have something automatic. Post like 7 times a day for me, and so you'll see everything that I'm doing. I'm also a film director, actor, and all that. So I have my own film company. So I enjoy making films, and I kind of leered away from that June, July, August from film a lot. I mean, I filmed one a month, but normally I was knocking these things out. You know what I'm saying? To keep it involved. So I got to get back into that. So September, I will have one or two, three shows. Nothing crazy like August and July. Um, but I've been doing a lot more film, and just focusing on that, writing, adding to the team. I just got asked to be a writer in this magazine from all of us, so I'll be helping people get put out there in Chicago. And yeah, so I mean, the next big move is just filmmaking and getting these premieres set up, because we do have a feature and a short in the vault right now that we shot on a Ray camera that looks glass, and we got to have it out there for a lot of the actors. It was their first time acting too, but they're really really great. They're natural. I didn't just get them because what I'm saying, they're or friends know, like, they auditioned the proper way and they killed it. So I gave them the opportunity, they murdered it, and I want to give them the blessing of being at the premiere. So those will be set up in the next month or so too. So.
Hell yeah!
Fantastic.
Real quick before we let you go, I know you're a big Bulls fan. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Real quick. Bulls done had a busy offseason. We done shipped a lot of people off.
2022 champs.
Oh, I don't think I'm willing to go that far, but I want to get your thoughts real quick. Who do you think, which free agent that we signed or traded for, you think gonna have the biggest impact this season?
I think, man. Okay, so I think Vooch, because Vooch kept getting left out of those big three pictures. That really bothered me. And I'm like, bro, I had to wait for somebody to edit Vooch in there. And I'm like, do they not know he is like probably like the second, third best center in the league? Like put respect on his name. And I hope he saw that and you're like, oh, big three? It's actually big four. And actually, Vooch is the second best player on the team. I don't want nobody, I could argue about that all day. And so when I saw that, I was like, all right, Vooch gonna go crazy. He's gonna be dropping 25, 10 rebounds, but I'm just happy for DeMar that he got out of the San Antonio situation before they really, really just blew up on him, and he still has some type of prime. And for them to be surrounded around unselfless people like Lonzo and Levine and them, so I'm excited, man. I think Patrick Williams, I think he's gonna have a good season. Lonzo's gonna be Lonzo, and Levine's gonna be dropping 80 at some point. So. But yeah, man, I'm excited for them.
Before we get out of here, real quick, I was gonna backtrack a little bit. From the crib, this is something that Sam often talks about.
No, this is something that Weekend Gabe talks about.
I've mentioned it.
Weekend Gabe is a from the crib Nazi. He does not fold for any of that funny shit. If you're not from the crib, he knows about it.
You joked about this in one of your sets, so you brought it up, Baby Horchata, that that you're from the South Chicago suburbs, but you're a Sox fan, you're a Bulls fan, so you check off all the boxes that make you certified in the street.
The Braves, yeah.
But do you still have to prove yourself? You mentioned sort of doing the eye test with Chicagoans. Do you still have to prove yourself that you're a Chicagoan despite your residence maybe being a little bit further outside of the boundaries?
No, man, I'm actually kind of happy because I was born in Joliet and I was raised on the outside of Peoria. This place called Pekin, very small, really racist. And I don't talk about it too much. I have some really, really, really amazing friends in Pekin, but I went through some shit over there. And but it's cool. But I was around Peorians a lot, and that's where Richard Pryor's from. So I have a lot of heart from Peoria. Because the thing is about over there, they have no opportunity. So everything that we do from Central Illinois, it's much harder. So we grind harder. A lot of Chicagoans, they're spoiled. And they'll cry about a 30-minute drive when we do 3.5-hour drives back and forth just to do background work. You know what I'm saying? So me being from the outskirts, I think it's cool that I didn't have resources at my hand. So I said, fuck waiting, I'm going to create them, in a sense. So when I say I'm from Central Illinois or I say I'm from Joliet, I have pride in that too. But obviously Chicago is my workplace. I do everything over there, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I moved up here, to be closer up there, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, Joliet's the cheapest and safest suburb. So let me, go slide back home. And so I mean, even when I say, when I don't feel like saying Joliet, I say Chicago. I think, I'm not saying I look imitating, but I don't really look that friendly either. So they don't tend to square out with me as much as I talk about. But but I have intel. So even if they quiz me on something, Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's over by Little Village. Yeah, that's just south of Humble Park. Yep. And they're like, okay, all right. You know, I get to live another day, so that's pretty good.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Thank you so much, Ruben, for joining us here on Weekend at Gabe's. You can find Baby Horchata on Instagram at Baby Horchata El Comediante on these social medias. Tons of great content up there.
Right.
I did say that right? Look at that.
Yeah, good for you.
That's that Puerto Rican coming out in him. You know, he got the pronunciation on point.
I've messaged Baby Horchata. No, I've tried to message him, but it's a private account, and they don't let me follow them. And I'm like, dude, I will give you $50 for that handle, because people cannot say or spell that last, and it's literally an Instagram made for a baby. And and so I'm like, this little kid stealing my, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a couple articles on the way about me, and I'm like, bro, I might get this verified check. Like, I can't have this long.
You know what?
Thing.
I feel you, man, because I got to be the real Sam Crane on Instagram, because some old white lady from Denver got Sam Crane, and I'm like, you haven't posted since 2011. Instagram, man, fix my man's, and then fix me. Like, let's both get blue checks in this year, man.
Let's start. Man, it's wild, bro. It really is. People don't understand. Like, damn, so long as, and I was like, yeah. So like, I kept it long, so it would catch his people's eye. So, because used to be Baby Horchata 23, and I was like, that's kind of basic, like a number, like, you know what I'm saying. After, so I was like, man, that's trash. So
that means there were 22 Baby Horchatas before you,
right?
Or I'm the GOAT. I'm gonna go to them. You know what I'm saying? 23 like Mike, so I'm the GOAT.
All right, well, they can find you out here on these internet streets. It's super easy because you're one of one. So thank you so much for giving us your time. We look forward to seeing you in person as well, and best of luck. We appreciate the assist again with tagging us into your comedian circle, because we will be reaching out to them for future Thursday Thunnies. But thank you again so much for your time. This was great.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you for having me, man. It's been a blessing.
All right, Baby Horchata joining us here on Thursday Thunnies on Weekend at Gabe's. That is our show tonight. Oh man, we had a good one. We've been like killing it. The other shows of this like last month, 6 weeks.
Hey! Look at us! Look at us! Who would have thought? Who would have thought, Gabe, that we would be in this position? And we got big shows for next week too. What do we got for next week? Let's take a look. We've got Matt B coming in on Tuesday.
Maybe.
Maybe. We got maybe DJ Simba. I'm in contact with his agent. We hoping to maybe get him.
Turn that to a green, instead of a maybe,
The one that is locked in is Thursday. We've got Britta Baby, and I'm super excited for that one. A new artist that I've just discovered sort of in the past month, and it just excellent, on the same level as Shoelace Bell, who we had tonight. And big show, man. Big show. Great shows every week. Weekend at Gabe's. That's what we do.
A show you suck if you're watching. I want to get air credits on. They just got a new record out too, so maybe we'll do that. We'll see. Anything's possible next week, because I will still be in quarantine next week. So,
hey, that's good for the show, but it's bad for your paycheck.
Listen, I'm getting paid, baby. Gabe gonna eat. Let me just tell you, I'm gonna eat. It's all good. Well, we got that. We got the work from home thing set up. I'm Gucci.
Word.
But everyone enjoy their weekend. Stay safe out there. Enjoy your 3-day holiday. You know how the city is. We don't know how to act, so definitely be safe out there. Give us a follow on these social medias before you go into your weekend. Weekend at Gabe's, and the real Sam Crane, not the Sam Crane from Denver.
Not that weird ass just Sam Crane.
I can't even imagine what that woman's DMs looks like in the harassment.
It looks like me and a bunch of other Sam Cranes being like, "Can I have this fucking tag?"
Run that Sam Crane tag, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, enjoy their weekend. The 3 S's: don't share, support, and show love. Put it into your life. It's the thing in life. We'll be at it next Tuesday night right here on Twitch at 8:00. Peace. Hey, I'm Weekend Gabe. Thanks for checking out this latest episode of Weekend at Gabe's. Click on any of the links swirling around my head, and also hit the subscribe button while you're here. Thanks for checking out us here on YouTube.